Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode. The beer this week is called PB and J.L.E. by Elk Brewing of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Of all the delicious brews tasted by us in Beer City, USA, this one for sure was a standout. This amber ale is brewed with grape juice and peanut butter to give this beer a flavor like no other. It has an ABV of 5%, and the Cummcast gives this beer a whopping 5 out of 5 rating. And as always, please drink responsibly. Welcome back, everybody. It's glad to see you. We miss you. Now let's get into the episode.
Hello, everybody. It's glad to see you. Welcome back.
It's good to see you.
It's so glad.
It's so glad. So happy, so glad.
Fuck off.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cummcast. We are back after a week on hiatus.
Glad to see you.
Yay.
Glad to see you. It's glad to see you.
So Gladys.
So Gladys.
So Gladys.
Welcome.
Some might say Gladys Knight and the Pips, but some
Night
others
the
say
Pimp?
Night and
Pip.
Gladys Knight and the Pips.
PIPs.
No.
It's a
Pips.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Should have been there.
Should have been there.
It's cool.
It was.
Yeah.
Was they even thought of?
Disco.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Your
bro.
mama.
You weren't even there either then.
You don't know that.
In spirit.
Yeah, technically.
I've seen movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever. Look a butt.
Yeah, technically you were still swimming around your daddy's sack.
Yeah.
Maybe
Healthy.
not.
Healthy and surviving.
Yep.
Not my dad's sack. I wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he took care of you.
You
while
in your
were
other
there.
dad's sack.
The only time he took care of you.
Your
when
other
you were in
dad's
there.
sack? Is that where you were?
No.
Space and time, not like this one, but
Yeah.
some like others. You know, like another
However
one.
you're in this
In another trailer in the universe.
Just think-
Whatever. You're not even. You're just a mutation. Be quiet.
You're
Just
just
think-
a mutant.
You are. You mutated from this one.
You did, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's why my nipples fucked up.
No.
Yeah.
That's where you grew.
Yep.
Fucking nasty.
Seed
Yeah.
morphed into a seed and then spawns 2 seeds. Now we're 2 peas in a pod.
Yeah. So you're part nipple. Congratulations.
You're part nipple.
I can confidently say that I am 1/16 nipple.
Yeah.
Nipple
10%
American.
Labrador.
You could do that, though. You could start a trend. You could start doing that on, like, your taxes or, like, an SAT or something. Be like, you're a nipple American.
Technically I'm one.
I'm a nipple
Technically I'm
American.
1/8 nipple American.
You could. You could definitely do it. Everybody else does stupid shit. Put it on TikTok. I formed from a nipple.
No, but everybody knows the twins. It starts with one.
Identical twins.
Identical twins. It starts with one twin, and then that one morphs off to the other one, and that's how you get 2 of the same DNA.
I don't know
Yeah.
how it happened. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah, but I don't know who's who.
The egg, the cells inside
Well,
the
you're
eggs.
the bigger one, so I'd say shut up. I meant like you're.
Excuse me? Shut up! You fat...
Well, no, that's not what I was saying.
You fat pieces!
That's not what I was
You
saying.
fat pieces! But you're the
That's
bigger
not
one.
what I'm saying.
You fucking tabagoo.
Not what I'm saying. Usually, twin A is.
One's way fatter than the other one.
Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't make sense for you to be taller, in my opinion.
By an
Unless-
inch.
Yeah, but that's still an inch. I feel like if something morphed off
Way bigger.
it's gonna be smaller and stupid.
Way bigger, but you're an inch taller than me.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that make sense?
That's fucking
No,
huge.
that's God damn it.
Huge with a W.
Suck a dick.
You said it.
That's not what I meant! God damn it.
You're
Scoff.
Fucking
You're
scoff.
way bigger.
No, usually the twin that fucking was first, like the first blob.
The
It's the bigger
firstborn of the
twin.
firstborn. Seventh son of the seventh son.
God damn it, I didn't mean
I was the
that.
first pussy blob.
God, you were the first blob of cells.
You were the firstborn in the trailer.
Nuh-uh, I'm my dad's metal.
You were the firstborn in the trailer.
Huh? I was never born in a trailer.
Where were you born?
In a hospital.
You were actually born in a garage. Well, no, you guys
No,
lived
I
in a...
wasn't. I wasn't born. I was born in Putnam County Hospital.
That's really weird.
Wherever she was born, she wasn't born with manners.
I hate you all.
No, that's what they call mayonnaise in the trailer park. Manners. Manners. Let me get a manners and tomato sandwich.
I hate my life.
But anyway, no, where you first lived was a garage. Yeah.
Well, we lived at my grandma's house first.
Yeah, you lived you guys lived in a two-car
Well, not
garage.
my grandma's house. First, we lived in my grandma's house, and then when my mom and dad got their first place,
Like
it was
a nice
two-car
apartment?
garage.
A nice apartment in a garage?
She showed it to me. It's literally
It's a two-car garage. They turned it into a house.
Yeah, it's literally So
Someone turned it into a
So
house,
like
not
in
my parents
college, how
specifically.
the garage was my bedroom, but it was a two-car garage. So honestly, it was probably a little less than the size of our apartment.
It's way smaller than our
Yeah,
apartment.
so it's like a two-car garage with a door on the side, and they just insulated it. Did they still have the garage doors, or did they put a drywall?
That reminds me of the animal with whatever his name is. He still had the garage door opening, and he just had a cap on his fish tank, and he'd hit the button, and it'd go out, and then he'd go around.
With Rob Schneider.
Rob Steiner, yeah.
I mean, it looks like a really tiny house. It looks
I
like
would-
one of the tiny homes.
I would
but
love to
it's-
have a garage door in my house, but you can't insulate them though. Like there's no way to actually insulate it. You would constantly
Your
have
dog's gonna go through the fucking roof.
not the garage door, you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
Like the glass panel garage doors you see at a lot of businesses. I would love to have one of those in my house, but there's just no way to insulate it.
I mean, you could in the winter, but I don't know.
I feel like in the summertime it let a lot of heat in too. I mean, unless there is a way to make them.
But I don't know why
I mean,
you would-
it is 2021.
I don't know why you would open it in the winter.
About
though.
to be 2020.
So you could just seal
20
it up
deuce
around the
deuce.
edges.
We about to take 2 deuces.
Yeah.
20
Double
20
deucing.
deuce.
Double deucing.
Yep. Some might say the double deuce, great bar
Double
to
deuce on the
take a
loose.
lady.
Double deuce?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like on fucking
Roadhouse? Yeah. Great bar to take a lady. Lots of fights.
I guess.
Catch a little Patrick Swayze kick action. A little sweet chin music.
I'm actually more for Sam Elliott, honestly.
Yeah, he also died in the movie.
So?
Got stabbed with like a big knife.
Got stabbed in a big knife?
Like with a big knife.
Like with a big knife.
It's really glad to see you.
In a big knife.
Have you ever seen Roadhouse?
No.
It's a good one. Patrick Swayze classic.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Do you like Chuck Norris movies?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen Walker, Texas Ranger?
Yeah.
Okay. It's the same thing.
That's not a movie, though. That's a series.
It's a series, but it's literally the same thing. Same thing.
That's the same.
It's
Movie's
better,
different.
though.
Walker Texas Ranger is just Western Superman.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
The only reason why Chuck Norris in Walker, Texas Ranger kicks the shit out of everybody is because he's the only one that knows how to kick.
Yeah.
They bring other people in, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to kick him too. No, dude.
Go ahead.
You can't beat
How
him.
about it try?
He's a Texas Ranger with
He's
a
a
black
fucking
belt.
Texas Ranger.
With a black belt.
Yeah.
His boots have more skills than you do.
What a fucking sensei.
Yeah. A fucking ginger sensei.
Ginger sensei.
Yeah. Everybody forgets he's redheaded because he's such a badass.
Still in good shape using his whatever the fuck it is. Whatever he had.
What?
He still makes money from that shit though. That shit-
Bowflex?
Is that what it was?
He did the Bowflex.
No,
commercials
it's
for
called
him.
it's called the
What are you talking about?
body. No, it's called the shit. I literally just had
Yeah,
it.
you
It's
don't
not
fucking know what you're talking
Bowflex. It's
It looked exactly like a fucking Bowflex. I'm telling you.
You used your body weight on like a
Some kind of
slide
body
gym.
gym or whatever.
It was a total body gym.
There you go.
total gym.
Total
The
gym.
total gym.
Yeah, but you used your body weight and you just
He
like,
still sells them.
slid.
Like,
Yeah,
he still
that's how
sells
he still
them.
makes money now.
He's still fucking fit.
I mean,
he
he's
does.
also 75.
Well,
He-
yeah. How many fucking 75
But think about this though. But think about this. He is way older and way better. He is a lot older and in way better shape than a lot of people you see now.
Especially at 75.
Yeah. Because see, if you look at that, I mean, that's a little bit younger, but
I mean, he's definitely had some.
I watched cable. It was on cable TV.
Well,
I
just
think I was at a
fucking-
doctor's office.
Just search Chuck Norris.
I think I was at a doctor's office, and a commercial came through.
Chunk Norris.
Chunk Norris. Yeah, I think I was at a doctor's office, and a commercial came through, and that like his thing was on there, and he still looked good. Like he still looked really good.
I mean, he definitely dyed his hair for like a little real.
I mean, he's looking all right. You know what I mean? I feel like he looks better than he does right there.
A lot better than some people I do know.
Well, have you seen like Jean-Claude Van Damme? He's looking rough.
Jean-Claude Van Damme looks dead.
Yeah.
They pieced him back together.
Yeah, 100%.
But what do you expect? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Like, his latest picture is from the Expendables movie.
In the movie, he looked CGI'd. He didn't look real in the movie. He looked CGI'd.
Isn't it weird, though, how they're like, I know who's going to be the bad guy in the Expendables movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme, who's never been a bad guy in any movie ever. And he did a decent job.
Looks like he got too much sun.
Who's Jean-Claude Van Damme?
He's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So does that mean he got too much sun or no?
No, the sun gets too much of him.
Isn't he like French or something?
Do what?
Isn't he French or... I don't even know what he is.
I think he's Canadian. I don't know.
You don't fuck with Street Fighter, though.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Jean-Claude Van Damme, not gonna lie.
Okay.
He's still in really good shape for how old he is, though.
His famous splits.
Yeah.
He did that Volvo.
The only man to ever be famous for doing the splits.
Well, he did that Volvo commercial like 6 years ago.
Van Damme 5. They went all the way to 5. Oh, wait, that's just a 5 movie pack. Never mind, sorry. The Quest. Probably by far my favorite movie that he was in.
Bloodsport's good.
Have you ever seen any Jean-Claude Van Damme movies?
No.
You would like them.
You fucking said that about the damn...
We watched her first Tarantino movie.
You wouldn't like
this weekend.
Like it.
We watched her first Tarantino movie this weekend, and it was Hateful Eight, which is the 8th movie that Tarantino's done. Probably not the best, but it was the first thing I saw, and out of all of them, I was just like, well, let's watch this one, kind of introduce you to it. Like I said, you liked it, but shorten it by an hour.
No. If you take it off by a fucking hour, you're deleting the whole first scene where it's just snow.
People who didn't know who Tarantino movies, their first intro to Tarantino would probably be Django. Everybody saw Django.
Django Unchained. A lot of people have seen Django Unchained and didn't realize, because it was a blockbuster and had Jamie Foxx in it. But a lot of people are like, oh, you don't know that this is a Tarantino movie. But he literally gets his inspiration from like a lot of old Westerns. And that was the thing that you saw because it was a Western movie.
Yeah, I enjoy Westerns. Like, forever ago, Dad used to watch them. I think everybody's dad used to watch Westerns. Anyway,
100%.
I enjoy that aspect of it. I also enjoy the mystery. I thought that was really good.
He always tries to be in his movies too.
Yeah,
the rest of the movie.
That's him right there. Not George Clooney, but right there on the Dusk Till Dawn poster. That's Quentin Tarantino, right? That's Quentin Tarantino.
Oh.
That you know who George Clooney is.
Doesn't mean I know what he looks like.
And then he is
you don't
not,
know what George Clooney looks like.
But he is not in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, he is.
He is?
He's the kid he's the dude when they go to their house to clean up after they shot that guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the coffee guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in Django. He's one of the slave guys that speaks an Australian accent.
Fucking Vegemite.
He wrote for Little Nicky, and he's the preacher in Little Nicky, the crazy preacher.
Yeah.
But
honestly, if you're going to introduce, if anybody that's a big Tarantino movie fan like we are, if you're going to introduce your friend or your partner or somebody to it,
don't start it off with Hateful Eight.
Don't start off with Hateful Eight. Kind of leave that at the end. And don't start off with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood either. You got to start way back. You got to go like Jackie Brown or Reservoir Dogs.
I would do Reservoir Dogs or Django to start out with.
Yeah, and then I'll go into like Dusk Till Dawn, and then Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction's a cult. Like a lot of his movies are like an occult classic. Like
I would pick
Pulp Fiction.
I would pick Dusk Till Dawn last because if you like shitty B sci-fi movies, some of them have a B vibe. Dusk Till Dawn has a B vibe. It really does.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
I wonder what his first movie was. Yeah, like the Dusk Till Dawn. You're like. Dusk Till Dawn is weird because...
But he also did Kill Bill, too, so...
Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn is weird because it's, like, not the movie you think it's gonna be. No. You know what I mean?
If they didn't find vampires, it'd be great. I'm sure it'd be great.
Yeah, Dusk Till Dawn's a vampire movie, if you guys didn't know.
Oh, he also did Sin City.
Lovebirds in Bondage is his very first movie.
Yeah, I'll probably never see it. It sounds weird.
Alright, does that say My Best Friend's Birthday?
What?
It's a short film that the first film he ever directed was called Lovebirds in Bondage in 1983. It's a black comedy about a girl who suffered from brain damage after a car accident and had to be institutionalized due to her erratic behavior.
Cool.
And then I'm guessing this is the second movie?
Reservoir Dogs.
Looks like it. Yep, looks like it. So the second movie's Reservoir Dogs, then Pulp Fiction, then 4 Rooms, Jackie Brown, both of the Kill Bills, and then Sin City, 2005, Death Proof, which is a fucking really good movie, in 2007, starring Kurt Russell. No? Patrick Swayze? No?
You don't fucking know.
It's Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell's always in his movies.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's always in his fucking movies. That one dude from what the fuck? I don't know his name. Yeah, Kurt Russell. Yeah, Kurt Russell's in it. The Grindhouse films are really good. Inglourious Bastards. Everybody knows that. Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
No.
Okay. But yeah, educate your friends or your loved ones on Quentin Tarantino movies because there's just nothing out there like them.
Or don't.
You know. No. Like, fuck what this podcast says. We're just here to entertain.
That's right.
That's right.
And we do a good job.
Pleasure.
Oh gosh, the bat bug cheeks still on my browser.
You mean the porn?
Yeah, all the porn.
So porn's been on your fucking computer for 2 weeks? You
Yeah.
definitely have a virus now.
Definitely have fire. It's
Why
okay.
are you using your computer, man?
Huh?
Why are you using your computer?
I shut it down and we haven't used it since. We went on a trip. We went to Michigan last weekend.
Why would you use your porn for your computer?
I don't look at porn. I don't need porn.
Okay.
I don't need
Sure
to
you
look
do.
at porn.
You
Your
don't
search
need porn?
history's
Everybody looks porn.
suspicious.
I don't look at porn. There's no
I'd say
point.
most people look at porn.
We've talked about this before. Cody's weird. Cody's the only one that doesn't look at that stuff.
You don't either.
Do I?
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she has alone time to do something. And I'm always alone. So
You don't really have a lot of alone time.
No, I don't get a lot of alone time. I think that's why I'm fucking nuts.
No, you're nuts when I met you.
I had nuts when you met me.
That's true.
What the fuck are you talking about? You wanted to eat your dinner out of a trash can. I know that.
No, I didn't. You fucking made that up because I know I didn't say that. I know I said, let's go and jump in the dumpster and explore. And you said, no, that's disgusting. Maybe there are...
Jump in a dumpster. Here, listen to yourself. How is that
Okay, first of all, this wasn't my sober self. This was my drunk self.
Okay, well,
My extremely drunk self, first of all.
So, one hand, you're saying, hey, let's go into the dumpster and explore. Other hand,
Yeah.
you're saying, that's where my dinner is tonight.
No,
Is
I
there
didn't
really
say that. You lied.
No,
You're
but
a
listen.
liar, and I know I didn't say that.
No, but listen.
No, I'm not listening because you're full of lies.
What I'm saying versus what you're saying.
Yeah, because you're a liar.
Is there really any fucking difference?
Yes, there is difference.
You're eating the trash or
No,
you're
I
playing
would play
in
in
trash.
trash. I wouldn't eat trash.
I would play in trash.
Yeah, I would play in trash. I wouldn't eat trash.
Why would you play in trash?
Why not? There might be good stuff people have thrown away.
Like unused garlic mashed potatoes?
Or a baby.
Or a baby.
Or a baby.
Or a raccoon. We'll bring
That's
him
good.
home. Wash him up. Call him Stanley.
Wash him up. You can't call him Stanley because we had a mouse at the old apartment named Stanley.
Oh. Well,
Then you fucking threw your water bottle at him and smushed him.
No, that was the very first
that
one.
was a different mouse.
Oh.
That was the first one to... That was the first mouse in the old...
Brave enough to crawl out from under the
Yeah,
pantry.
that was the first one brave enough to crawl out and just kind of hang out.
During the day.
No, it was at night. It was at night, but...
It was like 7 o'clock. Because
But-
I was still awake.
So, you weren't actually there. So, I had just...
Are you sure? Or is
Yeah.
that a different mouse you were chasing?
That was a different one. So,
No.
the very first one to actually crawl out, I don't know if he was sick or what, but I had just got home.
Sick.
I had just got home. And I was in the kitchen making a bunch of noise because I had just gotten home. And I turn around, I look, and he's just like sitting there in the middle of the fucking living room. I'm like, how stupid are you? And so I grabbed the fucking, like a 64-ounce, like, tumbler.
Oh, it's like aluminum or metal
Yeah,
of some sort.
and like stainless steel.
That's what I'm saying.
Stainless steel tumbler. And I fucking chuck it, and I miss, and then something must have been wrong with him because I caught up to him and he couldn't fucking go anywhere.
Yeah, he's probably sick.
And then he ran underneath your sweatshirt, and then I smashed him
No,
underneath that.
you threw my sweatshirt on top of him.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Your sweatshirt was on the floor because
No,
you're a
it
slob.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
He hid underneath
You're
of it.
so full of lies. You live a life of lies.
Either way, it's really sad.
Either way.
It's a really sad story because he hid his face underneath the sweater like I wasn't going to see him.
He was sick.
And,
or mentally unstable.
But think about it this way, though. He definitely 100% died super quick.
Yeah.
Because I smashed the fuck out of him. Maybe.
Maybe
he did.
He died.
But
maybe he's still alive.
No, that was the first mouse to start that was the first mouse in the series right there. We had a mini series of mice in that fucking house.
Our first apartment.
If you're dealing with mice, like if you got a new apartment or a new house and you deal with mice, fuck everything else. Don't get those sticky traps because that's just inhumane.
That's really sad.
You don't want to hear a mouse screaming in your fucking closet.
Let them starve to death for like fucking 3 days.
Don't use poison. Old school mousetrap. Fucking peanut butter. Done.
Yeah.
You hear that? You're be sitting there watching fucking Friends on your TV and just that's all you hear. Just a little chick, just a little snap, and you're like, there you go. You know you got it.
Yeah.
And you go in, you fucking take it outside, you throw the fucking thing out. That's literally it. It's humane. It might be a little gross because sometimes it gets them in the middle of the face, and that ain't very nice. But they definitely don't live that long.
And you're feeding stray cats.
Yeah, but old school traps, literally old school traps are the best way to go. But I think the entire series of mice, I think it totaled 4. And the 5th one was Stanley. And we named him.
Living.
And we named him because he's the only one that was still alive.
Well, he was the only one smart enough. He pushed the trap up under the edge. What's that? Under the trim.
That piece of shit. He'd eat it off. He would
eat the peanut butter.
He ate all the peanut butter off multiple times.
I had a mouse like that too, and finally I got marshmallow fluff, and you couldn't eat it off, and finally I got it. That sucker was huge.
But I was talking to our mom about it, and she goes, one time I just had a mouse and I scared him so bad he never came back. I was like, really? He's like, yeah.
Fuck you.
And then Stanley, here's Stanley. I've been trying to catch him for like 2 weeks, and I would see him go into the pantry every time underneath the door.
And I found ice cakes.
And I found him, and he's on our fucking pantry rack. I'm staring right at him. I'm chasing him everywhere. All throughout the pantry, he's climbing up poles, climbing around shit. Chasing him everywhere, and I look right in his eyes, and he finally gets past me and goes
you
back.
You were scared he was gonna jump on you.
Yeah, and he finally runs past me, goes back out. They go out
in between the dishwasher and the cabinets.
Yeah, so he finally gets through there, and we never seen him again for the next 6 months ever. Never seen him again. Scared the shit out of him so bad he never came back.
Yeah.
So that's why he earned the name Stanley, just because he was the only one to fucking live. But I killed 4 mice. It was crazy. Because it was every couple days we'd see another one.
Yeah.
And I'd have to wait a few days and then finally get it in the trap.
Or it would be dark. We'd have the lights off when we'd be watching a movie and you just see something fly across the floor and go under the pantry door.
You motherfucker. And then remember that one time that when we lived together, you set a mouse trap behind the stove or something? Mm-hmm. We were sitting there watching TV and all you hear is a snap. And I look at you and you look at me, you're like, got this big fucking grin on your face. He's like, you know what that was? And I was like, no, what the fuck was that? And he goes, mousetrap. I was like, mousetrap? We have a mouse? He's like, yep. He goes back there, there's this fucking mouse back there.
Well, that was the one I was talking about. It was 3 times it kept eating the cheese and the peanut butter or whatever. It would just lick it off. And then finally I put I got peanut butter from somewhere and they had marshmallow fluff mixed in.
Oh, it was Amish peanut butter.
Yeah, they had marshmallow fluff mixed in.
Yeah, because Amish peanut butter, they mixed marshmallow fluff with it.
Finally I got it on there and I was like, this is not coming off. You're going to snap it and try and get it off. And finally we were sitting there watching TV and you heard a noise and you're like, what was that? And I was like, fucking mouse. Got him. And then I walk in there, it was fucking huge.
Fucking huge.
It was huge. The challenges we face as adults.
Great Mouse Detectives. I'm it, mouse.
What'd you say?
Great Mouse Detectives.
No, what'd you say before that?
Great Mouse Detectives.
Detectives.
Yeah, the Great Mouse Detective. I watched that the other day.
Such a good movie.
It is. And we're talking about killing mice, and they're saving mice, so whatever.
They're saving all kinds of
it's
animals.
A fucking
you remember the one in Australia where they go and they save the golden eagle?
That's different.
Oh, shit. I'm bad.
Wait,
That's
what
I was thinking of.
That's Fievel.
No. This is completely different. I've seen all of those.
Have you seen the articles in Australia that they're completely overrun with fucking field mice, and it's like it's a plague?
No, I've not seen that.
You
I
haven't
know
seen
they
that?
corral kangaroos because there's too many of them, and they just kind of.
Oh, they have a hunting season for kangaroos.
Get rid of them.
In Australia. No, it's like a bunch of mice. Like they just fucking flood the streets. It's crazy.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Well, here's the thing, dude. It's Australia. Like it's literally in the middle of the ocean.
You mean
and
one
it's
of
the
those
only,
giant spiders don't eat the mice?
It's the only island that everything on it fucking can kill you. They have sharks. They have like
Cassowaries?
fire algae, cassowaries, which is a giant dinosaur bird. We talked about that like 100 times on here.
octopus?
What?
Blue-ringed octopus.
What the hell's that?
You've not seen a blue-ringed octopus?
They don't kill people.
Yeah, they do.
When?
Well, they kill shit.
They
don't
kill.
know, fucking
They
Google
kill
it. Hold on.
shit.
God damn it. You don't even know
They
nothing.
eat shit.
They eat shit.
Cassowaries. They have the fucking. They have koala bears with fucking.
Koala bears are aggressive and they carry syphilis. Have you heard a koala bear growl? That's scary.
They have the dreaded drop bear, which is some mystery we talked about a while back.
It's not real.
Yeah, it's
it was
just a-
fake. It was just koalas.
Yeah. What else they have? Fucking like 9 out of the 10 most poisonous snakes in the world. Bird-eating spiders that are literally the size of this fucking microphone.
Their regular house spiders are huge.
They have snakes in their toilet.
Blue-ringed octopi bites are lethal to humans because of the creature's venom. They will kill humans.
Well, if I'm ever in the ocean in Australia and I see a blue-ringed octopus,
It
I'll
is
be like,
the deadliest octopus in the world.
let me see what it looks like.
Well, that's just a baby one.
A
They're
baby
really
one?
pretty.
Oh, super. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Ha! And you're like, oh, I'm dead. Meh.
Shrivel up and die.
Blue-ringed octopus.
Octopi?
Octopuses. Oh, this thing?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
They are.
No, that is pretty cool.
They're really pretty, but like
When are you ever going to see one, though?
in Australia, in the water.
They're not that big.
No, this one, most of the pictures I've seen, they're just like the size of somebody's hand.
They got jellyfish. They got fucking snakes crawling up
Are
the
they
toilet.
the ones that have the man o' war jellyfish? Or do they have the... What is the giant spider? What's the giant nasty spider?
It's a bird-eating spider.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have tarantulas?
What'd you say? Is
Chil-
that like a Mexican dish?
No.
Tarantulas?
Tarantula.
Tarantulas.
How do you spell it?
Tarant.
You got me fucked up. Tarantulas.
Tarantula.
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 Excuse me, can I get a set of tarantula? These tacos are dry.
Yeah, the bird-eating spider.
Is it tarantula?
Tarantula.
It's called a Goliath bird eater, the biggest spider in the world.
That's a big ass.
25 years.
That's a big ass spider.
They live 3 to 25 years. That's
Do you
crazy.
know if you drop them like from your hand like onto the table like probably 6-7 inches they'll fucking
They
die?
call it the bird eater, but only rarely preys on birds.
I think that's regular tarantulas. I don't know about this one.
It's still a tarantula.
Tarantula.
No, that's what it says right here. Despite the spider's name, it only rarely preys on birds. They do not consume their prey in public. Rather, they drag it back to their burrow and begin the digestion process.
Like a pervert.
Like a pervert.
Tarantula.
Tarantula.
Do like Australian animals.
Australian spiders.
Australian.
Just
Spiders!
spiders.
Spiders.
It's literally like 8-legged freaks and arachnophobia combined.
What?
Arachnophobia is scary. 8-legged freaks isn't scary. Because that'll never happen.
Like the old man?
Somebody at work mentioned 8-legged freaks, and they're like, I thought it was supposed to be scary. I was like, nah, dude, it's fucking hilarious. I was like, it's not scary at all.
Shucks.
Deadly creatures of the blue-ringed octopus
Told
is
you.
first.
I told you.
Deadly creatures in Australia. Blue-ringed octopus,
That only exists in Australia.
box jellyfish, saltwater crocodile, the bull shark, Australian funnel web spider. That fucker's dangerous. So different other types of sharks. We have snakes, stingray, stonefish. Those are the ones that people step on and it fucking puts a toxin in your bloodstream. Conus textile, whatever that is.
It's like some kind of sea.
The western honeybee. Okay. Eastern brown.
I think
snake.
that's just allergies.
The conus. It's a fucking shell.
Probably like some kind of sea snail of some sort.
Oh, it's a scorpion fish. Australia is home to several members of the highly venomous scorpionfish family. Probably the best known of these are the flamboyant lionfish with their elongated fins.
Yeah, the lionfish, in fucking Deuce Bigelow.
Why does this look like a shell, though?
It's dug in. I'm pretty sure they have other images.
Oh.
Like a little crab or something.
It looks like
It's kind of cute.
Here's what happened to some. Like, here's a picture of somebody's foot.
That's bad. That's
It's like
really bad.
Oh, it's like a horn on it.
It looks like a fucking dog's dick.
Here's another little close up.
That's a slug.
That's an eyeball.
Ew.
Dude, that's
It's like a sea
crazy.
snail almost.
Somebody fucking...
It's a Caracaconda.
Somebody fucking photoshopped
Only found in Australia.
a crocodile.
Only found in Australia.
Caracaconda.
It's a Caracaconda. A giant burrowing
Cockroach.
cockroach.
Ooh.
Is that deadly?
I don't think so.
Is also known as the rhinoceros cockroach.
I don't think so. I don't think
so
they're
either.
deadly.
Maybe it's just destructive to force.
And then like the tiger snake is a species of highly venomous snake from the considered one of the most venomous snakes in Australia. The tiger snake is also regarded as one of the deadliest animals in the world due to its potent venom and aggressive behavior.
The tiger snake.
It has 10 dangerous snakes. It says 10 of the most dangerous snakes in Australia.
10 of the most dangerous snakes in Australia.
We can't talk today.
Kangaroo.
The tiger snake. The monkey snake. The porphyra.
But literally like
The tarantino.
So in Indiana we have what? A copperhead and like sometimes timber rattlesnakes. So we have two.
Is water moccasin fake?
No, they're real, but they're not here.
They're not here. We have like timber rattlers, which are very rare in Indiana.
The only thing that's fake is a chalantula.
Chalantula.
Whatever.
Chalantula. Can I have some chalantula with my tacos,
It's like,
please?
What is an 8-legged insect that you can have as a pet?
They're not
but also
insects,
in
they're
the,
arachnids.
whatever. That can also have as a pet and in the wild. For $1 million. A chalantula!
What is a chalantula?
That's like that guy on TikTok. He goes, I had a chalantula once. Why are you up? Have you seen that guy?
No.
He's an actual
teacher.
He's an actual teacher, and he basically does scenes of like what he's like kids say the most random things
in the classroom.
Yeah, he's like what he's experienced in the classroom, and he just like kids say literally the title is like kids say the most random things. He goes, I got a lot of sand in my pocket.
My goldfish died.
And he goes, okay, but I was just asking about your calculators. And he goes, my goldfish died. That's why.
Well, you got sand in your pocket.
And then almost every time, he stands up and he's just like, why are you up? He goes, I just want to show you something. And he tries to do it.
Barrel roll.
He tries to do a cartwheel and he like knocks over desks and shit. He goes, why do I keep doing this? It's hilarious. It's really funny. It's really funny. And there was that one teacher we seen. Was that on here or something else? I think it might have been on here. There was that one teacher who had the gay pride flags up, but she didn't have an American flag. And she did something. She was LGBT. She was an LGBTQ teacher, but she actually got fired because she said something bad on TikTok. I can't remember what it was. A lot of people have lost.
I wouldn't say it was bad. I would say it's inappropriate with children. But
a lot of people have lost their jobs because of TikTok, and a lot of people have gained jobs because of TikTok.
Well, I mean, you got those people who do like I saw somebody. I think she was a teacher and. She did like gym videos or something like that, and she posted like pictures of herself in a bikini, and they fired her or something weird.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people have lost their jobs because of TikTok. A lot of people have gained jobs.
TikTok is the only thing where you can just post a picture. Like a hot girl can just post a picture and fucking get famous. It's the only thing. It's crazy.
It's
broken. It's definitely broken. Like I was telling you, this thing had like 2.5 million views or whatever, and it was just two girls breaking plates in the middle of the night singing a song. That was it. 2.5 million likes.
All right, you want to take a quick bathroom break?
Yeah.
Hey milkers, the holidays are coming up and we have everything you need at thecumcast.com. It's getting chilly outside and we have hoodies, long sleeve tees, and the newly released Pod Humbug Christmas sweater available now. Go to thecumcast.com and get all your merch. We have so much more to offer. Now let's get back into the episode. I figure we switch gears and talk about our trip to Grand Rapids for a little while.
Because we abandoned you for it.
We didn't abandon them. We're
We
here.
did. We abandoned them.
We're here. We
So
went out for a pack of smokes, and we were gone for a week, and then we came back. We didn't abandon. We just had a long stay away.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
We're better than your dad. We came back.
I had to finish my cigarettes before I came back. Yes. Cigarettes.
If you smoke cigarettes, you would probably call them smokes. Would you call them smokes or?
I hate the word cigarettes.
What about cigs?
No, that's cringy.
I worked with a lady when I delivered pizzas. I worked with a lady when she would take smoke breaks. She's like, I'm just gonna smoke a halfie. She goes, I'm just gonna smoke a halfie, and she smoked half a cigarette and put it back in the pack and then smoked the other. She goes, I'm gonna smoke a halfie, and I used to call her halfie all the time.
Hey, toss us a ciggy.
I don't like that. That's like a cheese grater to the labia.
What?
Siggy.
Yeah.
Siggy. So what would you call them?
Smokes. That's what my dad always called them.
I gotta go get me a pack of smokes and never come back.
Yeah.
Throw me a
He
Marlboro.
came back. You see him all the time.
No, the last time I saw him was Easter.
I mean, it's not
No,
too
you
far
seen
away.
her. You seen him this summer.
No, I didn't. When did I see my dad?
Your cousin's graduation party.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't like...
Special occasion visits.
Yeah.
We call them.
Other people's events I see my dad at.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we were in Grand Rapids, Michigan last weekend. Honestly, I had a great time. I've never been to Michigan before. First time there.
Yeah, me too.
No, you've been there before.
I've been a long time ago. I was a year old and I got bit in the face by a poodle at a family reunion.
Okay, so technically Cheyenne and
My first memorable trip.
Yeah, first memorable time to Michigan, and we went to 10 breweries in a weekend. Three the first day, and then 7 the next day. Yeah. And we started out at Founders. Of course, you got to go to Founders. The food was great.
I recommend the strawberry seltzer.
The atmosphere was good.
The food was really good.
Yeah, Grand Rapids itself they call it Beer City, USA.
Saw the first snow.
Yeah,
Yes.
First Michigan snow.
First Michigan snow.
As soon as we got there.
Yeah, as soon as we got there, Cheyenne, it was raining the whole drive up there, and then Cheyenne went to the bathroom, and it just started snowing.
And it wasn't like shitty snow. It was like big fat
Big
snow.
floofy snow.
Yeah, and the look on your face was priceless.
It was so good. It was fucking magical.
Yeah. So, but Grand Rapids was cool, man. It's like an up and coming city, but like it's old.
So quiet and wholesome.
It's chill.
Everybody was really nice too.
It's chill. Like Grand Rapids was
even
just
the crackhead at Dollar Tree.
Even the crackhead.
like literally Grand
So
Rapids.
nice.
If you guys have never been to Michigan or you have and you never been to Grand Rapids, just go and stay for a weekend or something. It's just so chill.
Or stay
It's
forever.
quiet.
The thing is, like, there's so much shit there, and they have it broken up like north, south, east, and west. So
Right.
They have,
Like little boroughs.
yeah, they have East Grand Rapids, West, South, and North, and like there's little pockets of stuff everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Nice
there's
stuff.
so much stuff.
It's
to
a
do
lot
there.
of it's artsy. It's
They did have like the local people's art displayed in the
Yeah.
breweries though.
So it's
which
really
is
artsy.
nice.
It's creative. Huge LGBTQ presence, like massive. More than I've seen in a major city. To be honest, like openness to it. And like open just flags everywhere. It was great. Everybody was cool.
Well, even the local businesses had support for
Yeah, every server at every restaurant or every brewery we went to was just chill and kind
They're
of
super nice and super awesome.
modern and hippie, and everybody was literally just cool. Like we went, it was
my
cold. It was cold and it was snowy, but it wasn't that
The thing
cold.
is, it wasn't that bad.
It was like 35.
if it wasn't windy,
Yeah.
like it was like 20-mile-an-hour gusts, like all weekend.
Yeah,
so.
like
My lips were so fucking chapped when I got home.
like the
Mine were
first
too, like just the top one. I think it's from walking around the zoo.
Yeah.
So early in the morning.
which was super fucking fun.
It was fun. Even though they didn't have a lot out, it was still fun.
The zoo was really cool. We went to John Ball Zoo in the wintertime. We literally
Guess who we saw? Andy.
we seen Andy. Okay, so if you guys don't,
Supposedly.
I'm gonna guess.
Quote unquote.
Hulk smash!
I'm gonna guess that People probably don't know who this is, but
Andy
Andy from
from
Toy
Andy's
Story.
Little Homestead.
there's a guy on
help it, I'm
YouTube.
so
There's a guy
excited.
on YouTube called Andy's
His
Little
name is
Home.
Andy.
His name's Andy, and his channel is called Andy's Little Homestead. Go check it out. He's from Michigan, almost the Upper Peninsula, but Cheyenne swears that okay,
Up and down.
okay,
Swear up and
the
down.
dude was wearing a cowboy hat.
The exact same one that Andy wears.
He looked basically just like him, and
They
he was
look
with
very, very
and he was
similar.
with his family at the zoo the same time that we were leaving, and literally looked right at the guy, and you looked right at him, and she showed us a picture when we were leaving. I'm not gonna lie, he probably does not even listen to podcasts, but go check him out, and I'm pretty go check out his channel because it's actually interesting. He has a homestead.
I wish he would have
from
talked.
scratch.
If he would have said something,
Yeah,
we would have
would've
known.
known.
But he didn't say anything.
yeah.
Maybe that's his disguise.
But his channel's pretty cool. It's informative, especially if you're starting your own homestead from scratch.
Yeah, a lot of homesteading, and there is a lot of cooking videos. He also enjoys the arts.
Yeah, so honestly, like if you're looking to start a homestead, it's really relatable because he started from the ground up, just knowing basic information, and didn't he watch videos on how to do a lot of stuff?
He used to be a tradesman back in the state, because I think he's from the Carolinas originally, or somewhere down south, and then he moved up to Michigan to get away from basically some of the things that had ruined him in the past.
Yeah, so basically we saw him maybe. But honestly, everybody was just chill. We went on a walk to get coffee. We were staying in like the local, like the historic Heritage Hill neighborhood.
A lot of really nice
A
houses.
lot of nice houses, old. So we went on a walk Saturday morning to go get coffee, and everybody was just chill. There was this place serving alcohol at like 8:30 in the morning.
No says.
Yeah, there was like local bakeries everywhere. Honestly, probably one of my favorite spots. It reminded me a lot of Cincinnati, just
smaller.
Yeah, just small, a lot smaller. Just to how kind of like chill it was. Cincinnati was pretty chill, but
Cincinnati, I feel like Cincinnati's a little bigger, and I feel like it's also quite a bit busier. But it reminded me of where we live, but like just bigger and almost more chill. Yeah,
like honestly, it was cool. Everybody was cool. Nobody was like in a hurry to go anywhere. There was a lot of people everywhere, though. I will say that.
And then we ran into a Comic-Con when we were there, too.
Super
We
awesome.
ran into a
And
Comic-Con.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually Bullwinkle.
I don't think it was Bullwinkle.
He could have been Bullwinkle.
He had like a
It's Bullwinky.
he had like a fluffy muscle like costume on, and then he had like a blue helmet.
Bullwinkle
A
hat.
blue helmet with like antlers coming out of it.
Yeah, but let me say, when I say we went to 10 breweries, we did not even scratch the surface. There's like 20 there,
Pretty close.
and in the general vicinity, like in the outskirts.
And the thing is, there
like
could've
10 minutes down the road in like the next city, there's more.
Yeah, and like the thing is that was just like Google Maps. Like there could have been more like tiny ones that aren't
like
as well known.
microbreweries.
Yeah, they could have been like little micros. Like we went to that one, the mead one, the
Sacred Springs.
Yes.
Sacred Springs. It was a mead. It was a micro mead,
And they just started brewing their very first porter, and I will say, fucking solid.
It was only 2%, wasn't it?
No, the porter was 5%, but it was a solid ass
Well,
porter.
they're just getting into it.
It was the first one they ever brewed, and they only brew in like 5-gallon batches. The mead was fantastic.
The logo's even
The
better.
logo was dope. The
And
vibe was
It
there.
was Cheyenne's favorite because the
My
dude started
favorite.
playing a fucking didgeridoo.
Yeah, the dude started playing a didgeridoo. He had like the sounds.
He did the sound bowls.
It was a chill ass place. It's some
Yeah.
place you can just drink mead, get a kombucha fly, and just fucking hang out.
Grab a super awesome t-shirt and or glass.
I almost knocked over a
Fucking
whole
4
rack
bottles.
of bottles of mead that are like they were like $30 each.
Yes.
But
Those
there's
are
like
small batch.
yeah, but they're small batch. It's small
The
company.
quality's good.
It was really cool. Coolest bathroom, probably the coolest bathroom. Everybody
Very
had
nice bathroom, very clean.
Everybody had nice bathrooms there.
bathroom. Not everybody.
Not everybody?
Not everybody.
I'm trying to think what didn't.
So it may just be because
Okay,
it's
you're
the
talking about
women's
founders,
bathroom.
though. Yeah.
I wasn't going to single them out, but I wouldn't say it's the bathroom that caused it to be disgusting. It's people. It's people that caused it to be disgusting because women, I can't help it. Women can be disgusting. First of all, leaving used feminine hygiene products in a hole in the wall. Fucking nasty. Who are you? Take care of yourself.
The funniest part was Ryan was standing outside the bathroom for like
that door was
10
really
minutes.
hard to push.
It was heavy. But see, it wasn't the door. It was the air. It was the air pushing back on.
It wasn't 10 minutes. I stood there for a minute, and then I was like, I think there were one person bathroom. I was like, I don't know why.
I just pushed the door
This
open.
place is fucking huge. And then you walk by and you just push the door and you're just like, oh, I just think the door's heavy. And I was like, oh, maybe the door's just fucking heavy.
Usually, if it's a one-person bathroom, it has a handle with a lock.
Yeah, but I can't. For the life of me, I can't say we had bad food anywhere.
No.
Oh, and then we went to New Holland and the hand dryer attached to the actual thing.
Cool.
Yeah. We went to New Holland
cool.
Brewing, which is another huge one you can find in Indiana and in our area, and they're popular. Like the Dragon's Milk brand is what they're popular for. But the main thing, honestly, like Founders was cool, which everybody knows Founders. A lot of people know New Holland. But the main ones that we thought were awesome were like the small ones. Like there's one called Brewery Vivant.
Very good.
Jolly Pumpkin was right next to New Holland. The dopest ass logo there.
Best overall brewery experience.
The vibe.
Yeah.
The lady who took us to our seats.
Service.
She said we were the cutest twins she had ever seen.
Yeah.
She's very
honestly,
nice.
it's the places like Elk Brewing is the beer of the week, the peanut butter and jelly. And it's like that vibe was just chill, man. It's small atmosphere. It's cool people.
Everybody was really nice.
Right. I honestly would if I could recommend a city. If you live in Indiana, if I could recommend a city that's within the driving distance of like Nashville Nashville's the same distance from us as it is from Grand Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, you could go to either place, have a great fucking time. But Nashville's way fucking bigger.
Also, if you have, I feel like people with anxiety issues and stuff, obviously you're afraid to go ask people about shit. I was not afraid to ask anybody about anything. Could have been the beer, but they were all extremely nice.
That liquid courage, probably.
Yeah. What the fuck? It's a cat arm!
There's a cat arm underneath the door!
God.
Get out of here!
I think one thing is...
Go on! Get
back to hell with you!
Back to hell, demon spawn! Look at him.
He wants it so bad.
Oh.
It's weird because Founders was like in the warehouse district. It was like out of the way of everything else. It wasn't really near anything else. It's
like next to the canal, basically.
Yeah, but it was like 5 or 6 minutes away from everything else. But then I think why everything's so cool and everybody just is chill because they're all small. Founders and New Holland are really the only giant ones there.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that you can get in other states is Founders and New Holland. Everything else is small and like not really mom and popish, but
excellent hospitality.
But yeah, they're tiny.
They're a Michigan brand.
Yeah, they're a Michigan brand, and that's
some just like isolated to Grand Rapids.
Yeah. I wish maybe the menus were a little bit more diverse, but everybody did pizza, so. Everywhere we went,
and every pizza was fucking
it was
fire.
really good.
It was good.
It was good, but everybody did pizza, and then everybody had salad, so there was stuff for everybody.
No food we had was terrible at all.
No.
There was just a really, honestly, I'm going to say this 100 times, there was just a really cool ass vibe there. Everybody was just chill.
I think my favorite was the Old Goat, and it's not even a brewery. It was just a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
Because they had the jazz band there.
Yeah.
Live jazz band.
Real people.
Real live
No
jazz.
electronic bears at all.
Right.
No robot mice.
Yeah.
So I definitely a 5 out of 5 for Grand Rapids just for a weekend getaway. And if you wanted to make it a longer trip, dude,
do it.
That's just more time to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
We went to our very first cat cafe.
Yes.
That was a really fun time too.
Cats with the coffee.
Yeah, we had a really fun time at the cat cafe.
Almost brought home another cat.
Honestly, I didn't know that they used it as a front to...
A front? Yeah. They used it as a front.
As a front to help with adoption. This, especially, the one in Grand Rapids, a shout out to the Happy Cat Cafe in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They have had over 400 adoptions come out of there.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and you get to hang out with the cats. They're all fat as fuck.
Well,
they're super fat.
Well, and they have a variety of cats. Some of them are older. There was really only 1 or 2 kittens. Well, there was one there, but they had.
Yeah, her name was Megan.
Yeah. But a lot of them were old.
She'll never get adopted.
But they were
You can
mostly
rename
older
them.
cats.
She was like 12 weeks old.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and she was a little. They're all little chunks. Like they were all
yeah.
they all had big bellies on because they just lay there and hang out, and let
They
people
do
pet
have
them all day.
exercise wheels.
Yeah, but it was like we almost came home from Michigan with another cat.
No, you wouldn't.
Stripes.
We just set it on the side of the road and came home without it.
Stripes was such a good girl. She was old as hell.
No, she wasn't. She was 8 months old.
No, that cat was as big as this dog.
None of those
and
cats.
Not 8 months old.
None of those cats in there were older than a year. None of them.
Yes, they were. There was one that was like a year and a half. The one with the black spot on its butt.
It was like yeah, but still, you don't look at cats and be like, oh, that cat's definitely like 3 years old. No, the one that meowed and hissed at every other cat. That hung
Grace.
out. Yeah, that hung out with me.
She was a
She
very
was
sweet
3.
cat.
She was 3 years old. She was a good cat though.
She
was
didn't
just,
care much for the cat with the black spot on its butt.
Yeah, but she was 3 years old and she was the oldest and she wasn't even the biggest.
No.
But seriously, Stripes was this cat that let us pet her. She was 8 months old. She got taken there on November. It was October, the beginning of October, and she was 7 months old. We went there in November, and early November, and it had been 1 month since she'd been there. She was 8 months old, and she literally weighed probably 12 or 13 pounds.
Yeah. That's one nice kitty.
No, it was a really cool experience though too. It really
fucking
was
awesome.
Yeah, especially when they help with adoption and stuff like that. And like 400 cats got adopted there because a lot of people are like, nah, bro.
A lot of people don't like cats, and it's because cats are individual. You can't control them. They do their own thing. They're not meant to please people.
She's about to come down on the patriarchy right now.
If you hate cats, there's something wrong with you.
You know what's fucked up with this world? Women's jeans, women's fashion in general.
No pockets!
People don't like cats because they can't control them because they're their own person. What else? What else?
The zoo was good, but
why is Starbucks that good?
The zoo was good, but it also sucked because we saw the world's saddest bear.
Yeah,
that bear was so
that
fucking
bear was
sad.
that bear.
The fucking turkey vulture exhibit.
That bear was sad as shit.
He's really sad.
And then he literally So they had a North American exhibit.
Also by himself in the exhibit.
Yeah, so that you can't stick another bear in there.
What if it's a girl
He
bear?
weighs 3,000 pounds.
What if it's a girl bear?
He probably weighs 8,000 pounds.
What
Just
if
1,000
it's a
pounds.
girl
But anyway,
bear?
but the zoo was really cool, even though it was in wintertime.
The thing was, like, it was cold and it was wet, and I feel like no animal was happy besides the vulture because they thrive.
Also the snow owls.
Yeah, the snow owls were chilling.
Yeah. But they had beer at the zoo, which is fun.
Otters.
Yeah,
they had beer at the zoo, which is fun. And
the crazy bitch that kept running around trying to chase the lynx.
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yeah.
She was fucking weird.
Well, they had a lot of cool stuff that we haven't seen at zoos, like as we travel and go to different
I've
zoos.
never seen a snow owl exhibit or an otter exhibit.
I've never seen the grizzly bear exhibit either.
Also true, but
We had the Andean bears, but that was it.
red pandas. The red pandas were out too.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That was super awesome.
But no, the bear, when we walked up to the bear, I was like, oh shit, that's a big ass grizzly bear. And we walked up to it, and it was kind of looking. It was really basically sideways. It was prone away from us, and then it basically turned its head, just kind of turned its head and looked at us, and it literally looked in our eyes, and you could tell that it was not happy. It was just sad, and then it looked down at the ground. And then we kept talking, and then it looked back at us, and it climbed on this log and took a seat like it was sitting in a fucking chair.
Like it was sitting on a reverse. It was sitting on the toilet in reverse.
Yeah.
And then it put its arms up, like on the back of the tank on this other rock attached to it. And just put its head on its fucking arms and just looked back at us.
The only pictures I got of this bear are it looking down at the floor.
Yeah.
Lying down at the ground.
You know one animal that didn't give a fuck at the zoo? The goddamn tiger.
Yeah.
That tiger was ready.
So there was two tigers. There was two tigers. One tiger was up in this one enclosure that you could go in where we got beer. And then the other tiger was on the other side of the enclosure that had like a pond and like rocks it can climb up. Well, this one tiger's at the end of the like tunnel to go back into their like enclosure where they spend the night and stuff.
They couldn't put them together because they're two male tigers.
So he's at the top of the fucking hill pacing back and forth. Well, the walkway follows this hill down to go to the other tiger enclosure, and this tiger has its mouth open because that's how they fucking smell and taste you in the air, and he's following us down the hill. We're literally like, what,
Well, it's
30 feet away?
It's just a net like a netted
It's
tunnel.
like a steel net cage thing.
That was
Well,
not
it's like
steel.
a netted. No, it's
It was
just a
it
netted
was
tunnel on
net.
the like rock hill.
It was just net.
Either way, we're like 30 feet away from this fucking tiger. He can smell my cologne. It was crazy. And he followed us all the way down, and he walked into the fucking enclosure, and then he hung out for a minute. I got a picture, and he walked back up the top of the hill, and we fucking took off. I was like, this is the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. This is the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, I'm pretty sure. Like, this thing, if he wanted to just break through this fucking cage, nobody's around to save us. And we can't run away. Somebody's gonna fucking die.
Yeah,
It's gonna be you.
The smallest one in the pack.
Actually, I think
Technically, the slowest one dies.
the closest we got to getting hurt was all the snow falling.
Yeah, fucking snow piles falling off the tree.
It was a really good time though. It was fun. Yeah, so highly recommend. Trip 5 out of 5 for the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. All right, you guys want to get into some news articles? Sure.
Yes.
Cool.
I have one.
Too late, buddy. I already got it pulled up.
What?
So, man captures a horrifying half-man, half-dog creature that stalked him on camera. And this is on ladbible.com, and this is a blurry as fuck image. I don't know how the hell he's getting this.
Is that a shit?
It might be. So, a man in Australia claims he has been stalked by a bizarre dog man, the man bear pig, in the outback. And says he's now sharing a story of the terrifying encounters to protect others. John is the man's name, was fishing in his kayak in the Australian bush on Boxing Day, which is the day after their Christmas. Right?
What?
I think that's what Boxing Day is, the day after their Christmas.
I don't know. I really don't.
It's like the day after the British Christmas. Anyway, so it was a year ago. Last year when he heard a snap coming from the woods next to him, he was previously skeptical of the reports of a half-human, half-dog creature, which first originated in Michigan.
In the U.S.
He ain't crossing the fucking ocean, guys. So back in the 1800s is where this originated. So we're talking about it was like a Michigan Wendigo or something. And have since spread across the world, but now feels convinced that this is exactly what he saw. So he told Believe Paranormal and UFO podcast, he said, I noticed that every time I took a stroke with the paddle of my kayak, whatever this thing was, it was taking a stride to each paddle I was taking. I stopped for a bit and the sound stopped in the bush too, and I thought it was a bit odd. So I took off paddling again, and sure enough, as soon as I started to paddle every stroke, this thing would take a step.
Is it Black Peter? That's what.
So whatever it was, this thing was following me. It wasn't a coincidence or anything. It was more of a stalk. I'm pretty sure when I was smoking a pork roast last night, and I'm pretty sure the homies were walking through the woods behind the apartment. It was freaking me out a little bit. So after spotting a black figure in the trees, John got his phone out and took a photo. He continued, the creature, I actually got it in the photo, and what I think it is, I've spoken to a few people and reckon it's a dog man.
What the fuck?
So
I reckon it's blurry as hell, but I reckon it's a dog man.
So after that, I couldn't go back to the area to check it out myself. I was petrified for probably a month after it. I was waking up in the middle of the night and seeing the creature in my dreams. It was probably just a squirrel.
I think you're a pussy.
Probably just a squirrel.
Yeah, a squirrel.
I don't know.
It took a stride at every paddle.
John said things got worse when he returned to the area to fish again, recalling how he heard a bit of a bang and then something running. As it was running, it was smashing trees out of the way, he said.
Smashing fucking trees?
Yeah, it's Bigfoot. I don't know if it's the drop bear.
You know what it is? It's a cholantula.
I don't know if they were breaking it or it was hitting them. You couldn't see what the bush was like because it was so thick. And that's what he said. The supposed beast then began to roar before taking a breath in that was even louder. John said it just went to another
So he took
level.
a breath that was louder than his roar. Maybe he's an asthmatic.
That looks like a cat. That doesn't look like a man dog.
It looks like
a monkey.
It looks like that monkey with the shit hanging out of its ass we saw in the zoo. No, that's the one. That's the second
monkey.
saddest part. This monkey. I don't know if
I don't think
chimps.
it really cared.
I don't know if
It wasn't
chimps.
a chimpanzee. It was a monkey. It was a spider monkey. It had
I don't
a
know if
tail.
spider monkeys have turd cutters on their asshole, like a sphincter on their asshole or not.
It
But
did.
this turd was hanging out of its ass like a fucking cooked noodle.
It did because it had
cat
a
hairball.
double sausage link on it.
Like a cooked noodle, bro. This thing was hanging out of his ass while he's walking over to the water
Fucking penne.
to soak their fucking protein blocks they get to eat for lunch. That's what literally these things looked like circus peanuts, but they were hard as fuck and they couldn't chew on them, so they'd soak them in their fucking water like Jesus bread.
No, they
it was
also
fucking
had-
crazy.
They also had leafy greens in their exhibit. They also had...
That was fucking
romaine.
that was Karen's fucking leftover Caesar salad.
Still leafy green. It also had cut up fruit bits in there.
That
too.
was Karen's leftover
Then you just
Caesar
tried walking
salad.
through some random fucking door with
Yeah.
monkeys in it.
Oh yeah, there was a door next to it, and
See,
all
you
I
think
heard,
we could go in here and just fucking try to go through it?
all I heard was spider monkeys through that door. That's where they keep them.
That's where
Yeah.
they keep part of them.
But this dude, my guy literally was walking around with the fucking turd hanging out of his ass, and then he sat down in the turd. Now he's sitting on his own shit, and it was the same color of those fucking protein blocks. So the dude probably only eats those.
Fucking gray.
It was not a... The zoo was alright, but I feel like it's not a good zoo. I feel like it's an alright zoo.
I feel like it could use
Any
some,
zoo that just has a North American exhibit is just an alright zoo.
any zoo that has a turkey vulture.
Any zoo that has a turkey vulture.
Yeah.
They just went out the backyard and fucking grabbed that fucking
The thing
thing.
is, like, they had some good stuff. They had meerkats. You know,
Wallabies.
They're getting ready to get a pygmy hippo.
You could pet a fucking wallaby.
They had an eagle was their first exhibit. A fucking
Yeah.
bald eagle.
The eagle that was like wanting to mate with Cheyenne. He kept giving you
No.
he kept giving you bird eyes.
Well, he screamed at me when we were walking away.
And then they had a
He didn't want you to leave.
They had a petting zoo.
Shy.
They had a petting zoo with just
With
goats,
goats and a sheep.
So
Hey,
not,
that was fun.
not a high
was
budget,
fun.
not a high budget zoo, but
Honestly,
they had two tigers.
Hold on now, if you think about it, not a high budget zoo, or does it have such a high budget? They're just like, well, fuck it, let's get some goats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I guarantee they have decent funding because you can't have two tigers.
Well, I feel like if it
a
was like
fucking grizzly bear. You know how expensive a grizzly bear is? Probably expensive.
I've never bought one.
Me neither.
I feel like if it was summer, it would probably have been better because
Probably would've
everything
been
would have been
better, yeah.
there.
Let's open up our own zoo. Just
The
have
meerkat exhibit was fucking sweet.
the vulture petting zoo.
The
Pet at your own risk.
But legit, that's the only thing they didn't care is a vulture.
Be careful though, they throw up.
Oh, I've heard that stinks.
It's acid. It'll melt your fucking car, bro.
Oh, that's... you know Marissa.
Yeah.
She had a turkey... She hit... I wanted to say she hit a turkey vulture and it puked on
Hit
her
one or
window.
had one?
No, didn't have one.
Oh.
Nobody owns a turkey vulture. They're their own fucking
That's our
thing.
Thanksgiving dinner.
That's what we call my mom's pajama.
A turkey vulture?
Turkey vulture.
Why do you call your mom's pajama a turkey vulture?
You know that... I'm not going to get into detail about my mom's
it's really rude
business.
to talk about your mom like that.
Shut the fuck up.
Because whatever it eats, it vomits back up.
God damn it. That's disgusting. Anyway, moving on.
My pussy has acid reflux.
God.
Yum. So a hospital, the next article we have is also on Lad Bible. So a hospital accidentally used toilet water, for drinking for nearly 30 years.
How the fuck do you accidentally use that?
So it has emerged that staff and patients at a Japanese hospital accidentally drank toilet water instead of drinking water for almost 30 years without realizing. According to Japanese news outlet Yomiuri Shimbun, it was announced on the 20th of October by Osaka University that some of the tap water pipes in specific areas of the school's department were implemented incorrectly, which meant that the drinking water pipes were connected to the toilet. So to add insult
Excuse me, to the loo.
I'm saying the
Ew.
toilet because this is a British news article company and this is not Britain. So I don't call the bathroom the loo. Yeah.
You would call it the John. Why can't you call it the loo?
You know what they call it? You know what they call a semi? Like semi-truck?
What?
Trolley.
A trolley?
Mm-hmm.
That's a shopping cart.
No, they call semis trolleys.
That's fucking weird.
Like an 18-wheeler is a trolley.
That doesn't make any sense.
And then the trunk's a boot. And then the hood's a bonnet.
Biscuits or cookies.
Did you hear that? It was like, biscuits or cookies.
Also, napkins, they're diapers.
Really?
Napkins are diapers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have me a diaper!
No, you say I need a napkin, and they're like, you need a diaper?
You need a diaper.
I think they call naps a nappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, a nappy is still a diaper. It's
And they use
short
this-
for napkin.
And they use the C word fluently. Let's bring that back.
Yeah, which that's weird.
So does Australia. They just, it's like,
Is
Well,
it
aren't
weird
they
or is it
different?
just their culture?
well, no, some guy was talking about a podcast. It's, if you say bitch, it's like saying the C word.
Here?
Yes.
Oh.
So if
So
you
they
say,
just choose a different word to
if
say.
you say bitch in Australia, it's like an actual insult. But if you call somebody a C word, it's not.
Oh, that's so weird. That's so opposite of here.
It's a culture thing.
Hmm.
So, to add insult to injury, the issue has been occurring for nearly 30 years since the hospital opened in 1993, and 120 taps were deemed faulty. How'd you like to be the guy that put that shit together? He probably
Fucking
retired by
dirty
now,
water.
though. The person that put that together is probably retired and or dead right
How
now.
did they know? It was just like 30 years of like, man, I wish this water would just quit tasting like shit. Somebody needs to investigate.
Something's gonna give one day.
Yeah.
30 years later.
Let's just get a pure water filter and just ignore it. Not a sponsor of the podcast, but I wouldn't say no. So it was reported that employees and patients would drink, wash, and gargle the bog water. Despite... I got a little something in my gargling water. Despite the issue going on for so long, no one realized up until the hospital prepared to build a new diagnosis and treatment building where the problem was discovered during the inspection. Reports say that the hospital does in fact check the color, taste, and smell of water once a week based on existing records, which suggests that there has been no problem since 2014. Fun fact, people in the hospital, they don't shit. However, the university claims that there was no health hazards found throughout the investigation. I don't know, man. If you got that blue water, that's pretty dangerous.
The poopy water is connected to the clean water. That a peanut?
At a press conference, director and vice president Kazuko Nagatani apologized. In translated text, he said, "I am very sorry that the university hospital that provides advanced medical care has caused anxiety." He added that there are 105 buildings in the university that use simply treated well water, and the school will check the connection of their water pipes as well. Staying on the subject of toilets, many people will be able to cast their minds back to the...
Why do they call it a school?
It's a university.
It's a university.
Oh, I thought it was a hospital.
It's a university and a hospital.
Oh, okay.
Like a partnership.
Yeah. So staying on the subject of toilets, many people will be able to cast their minds back to being told just before a lengthy car journey to go for a wee just in case.
What?
That was a lame little sidecar to that.
Yay.
So,
I think that's a different article.
Is it?
Yes. Maybe.
Really?
No, it's the same article. So Professor Sturgis, I don't know.
Why
the
do you
last name,
read the weirdest fucking name?
is an expert in and he is an expert in something in urine.
Urocology.
Urogenecology, and he
Why are
recently
we letting
told
her pronounce shit when she called it a shalantula?
Hey, you fucked it up too. Shut the hell up. Urogynecology. That's what I said.
Urogynecology.
You're a gynecologist.
So he told the Sun,
Urogynecology.
on a circumstantial basis, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine what?
It's fine to drink toilet water.
It's fine to drink toilet water. It's widely done and won't do any harm, but it starts affecting the bladder.
Done fucking where?
It starts affecting the bladder when you do it. When you do it always. For example, if you're a school teacher and you go habitually every hour between each class, this can result in the change of the bladder function. Oh wait,
This doesn't
he's talking
make
about pissing. This is completely not related.
Yep, nope.
Okay, well that's the end of that article.
Okay. God.
Can I do mine?
Yes.
I guess.
Cool.
Can you
Okay.
pronounce the names?
Sure.
Can you
Okay,
announce the names?
I said pronounce.
So,
Announce.
480-pound woman is charged with involuntary manslaughter after her husband died while performing oral sex.
It's his fault. If that's how he dies, at least he died pleasantly.
It's actually not his fault.
She thought it was a watermelon.
So an Ohio woman
licking her junk.
But listen to this. It's really fucked up. So an Ohio woman has been sentenced to involuntary manslaughter after her spouse was found dead minutes after he had performed oral sex on her. Annabelle Gaston, 28, was arrested. This was in 2019, by the way.
Oh.
Was arrested after calling 911.
Why are you giving us 3-year-old articles for?
Well, I think she was just convicted.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But she called 911 when she said her husband, Erwin Gaston, 31, had a cardiac arrest while apparently being suffocated to death. Gaston told 911 operator at the time she had been sitting on her husband's face while he was giving her cunnilingus when she realized his skin had changed color. Which anybody knows.
That must means he's having fun.
But that's the thing. Like, if his skin changed color, he's been dead for a long time.
He didn't tap out.
But,
you know what we call that? Some old-fashioned dedication.
But she says, when we were having sex, he started eating my pussy. And this is what the article says. I was just sitting on his face for like 25 minutes when his legs...
Now, did he ask for this?
He gets into it.
Okay.
When his legs started turning a greenish blue color.
Oh, God, no.
She told the 911 operator at the time in horror, according to Gaston's lawyer, Erwin Gaston liked to insert his head inside of her vagina.
That's his fault.
Fucking head.
That's his fault.
Yeah.
That's his fault.
And my client warned him on multiple occasions. This is what the lawyer is saying.
Don't put that in my pussy!
I guess she mentioned it to him that it was an incredibly dangerous practice.
Don't do that, sweetie. He'll die.
The Judge Henry Miller sentenced Annabelle Gaston.
Animal Gaston, that's her new name.
To 10 years and 6 months after he judged her as... After he judged her sexual practices... After he judged her sexual practices as extremely dangerous behavior.
That's not her fault.
Well, and to prove this...
She did want to go along
To
with
prove it was reckless, the prosecutor showed documents from the paramedics showing he had been at least dead for 12 minutes before she had called 911.
Oh.
And then 911 didn't get there for another... it looks like an hour. So...
Wow.
17 minutes... So a total of 59, he was dead for 59 minutes from 911 to them getting there.
So here's the thing.
And pronouncing him dead.
Not to be the guy to go there, but she probably thought him convulsing from lack of oxygen was just like him being a human vibrator and trying to do a good job for her.
Well,
100%.
First of all, how are you going to understand somebody if they're down there unless they tap out? That's where my brain goes. Like, if you're like smacking them like, hey, this is it, you're done. That's hop off. That's key to hop off.
Yeah.
You gotta tap out.
I don't know. Man.
Well, I don't know. They sentenced her to 10 years and 6 months for this because...
Maybe it's the same rules as you can drown in 2 inches of water, you can drown in 2 inches of vagina.
Cody, his whole fucking head.
He would purposely put his head in this.
See, I don't know if this is true or not because it says earlier...
Well, he's not here to testify.
It says a year before this, he was hospitalized.
You know what's funny? The article, like, they were literally brought up that she was fat. Like,
that's rude.
480
This
pounds.
is why women don't like being on top.
No, seriously though, like 480-pound Annabelle Gaston in Ohio. Like that's like they brought up that she was fat.
Well,
who's to say he isn't fat?
He's not.
Oh,
there's a picture of him.
Okay, well, so he just like bigger women.
Yeah. But also, it's like the same thing as like somebody that's like a girl that's like 200 pounds, like half that,
or 210 pounds,
could also
just as easily suffocate somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I just thought it was kind of a coincidence.
But they also brought this up in court that a year prior, just weeks after their honeymoon, the husband was hospitalized after large amounts of fecal matter had entered his lungs during oral anal intercourse. So he probably shoved his head up her ass too.
Yeah.
I think it's his own fault.
But he was breathing in shit.
What do you think his safe word is? I can't breathe!
You're not going to be able to hear it.
Your whole head is in an orifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a new definition
of
pillow talk.
A whole head.
Gotta get.
That's. I mean, if that's his
Someone said he
bread
wore her as a hat.
and butter- Jesus. Yeah, I don't think.
Lollipopped her.
God, yeah. Personally, I don't think it's her fault.
I mean, she got 10 years and 6 months, so it is.
She was just convicted. That doesn't mean it's her fault.
He was dead for 17 minutes before she called 911.
How is she supposed to know he's dead?
You're going to
She
sit there
can't
for
hear him.
17 minutes and him not move.
Okay, so first
He's
of
sitting
all,
there flopping like a trout out of fucking water, and she's like, "Ooh, this is new."
I'm not. Okay, first of all, if it's that good, I'm not paying attention to you. First of all, I'm enjoying it.
It was
Second of
probably
all,
wonderful.
I'm usually facing forward. I'm not facing the other way looking at your legs. That means you can see my butthole. You can also smell my butthole.
I bet his
I don't-
death rattle was absolutely pleasing.
That's what I mean. Like, she
Like-
noticed his legs were turning green. That's what I mean.
If she noticed that, then yeah,
he had
that's
been dead
kinda
for
fucked up.
17 minutes before she realized. You was going to chill out for 17 minutes of him not moving?
He's just coming a lot. That's all it is, like a blood.
Yeah, it's
You're
fucked up.
It's really the whole situation is odd.
I think the whole situation's a little weird, but entertaining as well.
Yeah.
Do we want to do one more, or are we gonna leave it as is?
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sad.
I'm okay. Can we do this short one real quick?
What's
should we
it
talk about your idea you had on vacation?
You had an idea.
What the hell's my idea?
Yeah, your pre-toasted bagels.
God damn it! Yes, bring it up. They're pre-toasted.
You know what'd be a good idea?
soggy bagels.
Pre-toasted bagels.
I think pre-toasted bagels is a good fucking idea.
It's not.
Gosh, no, that's
It's just brown bread. You're selling because after 20 minutes it goes back to being soft. So you're just selling brown bread is what you're doing. This is pre-toasted bread. Why?
Now-
Where's its toastiness?
no,
Disappeared.
it wouldn't keep the crispiness,
Yeah.
whatever. But now the flavor of the caramelized bread, because that's basically what happens when bread is toasted.
But see, here's
Would be good.
here's a recipe
More
on
flavor.
here's something on Reddit that says the best way to reheat bagels after
Everybody
you toast
on
them.
Reddit's not a fucking genius.
No, but everybody on TikTok's not a fucking genius either.
but who's
And you watch those recipes.
who wants to
That doesn't
reheat
mean I
bread?
use them.
If I want to reheat bread, I put it in the oven for like a sub or like pizza. I'll put pizza back in the oven.
An air fryer.
Yeah, or an air fryer or something like that. You don't just toast my bagel and you're
You
just like,
re-crisp
I'm
it.
I'm meal prepping bagels right now. I'm pre-toasting them. That way I only got to pop them in for like a couple
Hey,
seconds.
I also invented a culinary fucking. Actually, I'm not gonna talk
I
about
don't
that.
know if you've invented it. but-
There's nothing on the fucking interwebs that says it, but I'm not gonna divulge that information because in the event I want to make it an actual menu item, I'll be famous and I don't want anybody to take it.
You better fucking hurry up and do it before somebody else does.
the
Ain't
minute
nobody
you
gonna
have
remember that.
pre-toasted bagels on your fucking menu item. It's
Pre-toasted
like, what's a
bagel.
pre-toasted bagel?
No, I came up with a
we
sandwich.
toasted it last week and then froze it, and now we're re-toasting it.
I
No.
came up with a burger that's like ingenious.
I wouldn't call it a burger so much as a
Sandwich.
melt. of
Yeah,
some
we'll call it
sort.
a melt of some sort.
A patty melt.
Not
No,
quite.
dude. I'm telling you, it's gonna make me fucking rich.
If you ever fucking do it, if not, someone's gonna come up with it eventually, and you're gonna be like, "That was my idea."
But you'll be there by my side saying that was his
No, I
idea.
won't, because I'll be like, "Bitch, you should have done it." Now it's somebody else's idea.
Whatever.
Is it with your pork last night?
No.
No, but that was good.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it was good. So anyway, we'll do this last one. It's a quick one.
God, will
The
we?
best Mario Kart character has been
Luigi.
decided by statistics.
Mario.
Luigi or
Nah, dude,
Yoshi.
It's no.
Is it Toad?
It's Wario.
What?
Wario's the best.
That's Barbara's
Toad.
favorite. That's
No,
like
it's
SpongeBob.
that little fucker perverted Toad.
Perverted Toad.
He
Yeah.
looks like
The
a
best
woodpecker.
Mario Kart character has been determined by
Luigi.
science.
Yoshi.
It says,
Luigi or Yoshi.
if you've ever wondered who would be the quickest off the mark out of Mario, Luigi, or Peach, a recent study claims you have worked it out. Henry Hinnefeld has long been a fan of the hit series, playing with his friends or for hours when he was younger. Writing the Civis Journal, he said, "One thing that has always vexed our little group of would-be speedsters was the question of which character was best. Some people swore by Zippy Yoshi.
Also nice.
Others argued that Big Heavy Bowser was the best option. Back then, there was only 8 options to choose from. Fast forward to the current iteration of the Mario Kart franchise, and the question is even more complicated because you can select different karts and tires to go with your character. My Mario Kart reflexes aren't what they used to be, but I am better at data science than I was as a 4th grader. Sure. So in this post, I'll use my data to finally answer the question, who is the best character in Mario Kart? In the report, Hennefeld looked into the data and used the concept of Pareto efficiency and the Pareto frontier, which were developed in the 19th century by economist Vilfredo Pareto to guide his analysis. Speaking of his choice to utilize these ideas, Hennefeld wrote, the concept of Pareto efficiency applies to situations where there is a finite pool of resources and multiple competing outcomes that depend on how those resources are allocated.
This is so fucking boring.
Sorry.
Just get to the good shit.
So the Pareto efficiency allocates are those in which it's impossible to improve one outcome without worsening the other outcome. So he collected all the kart and tire statistics of the Mario Kart character. According to the study, there were 149,760 possible combinations of these fields. So when analyzing these, Hennefeld determined that 2 characters to choose, to choose to give yourself the best chance of winning are Wario and Bowser, which he says is due to their size.
Fat people will rule the world.
While heavier characters may have poor acceleration, they can reach a higher top speed. Lighter characters, however, are nippy round corners, but they can't achieve the same kind of pace. Hennefeld said Wario's possible configurations can achieve about 77% of the max acceleration. Baby Mario can get up to about 50% of the max speed. Wario, baby, I fucking called it, and he's my all-time dude right there.
Still picking Yoshi.
You can pick Yoshi, that little fucking green turtle bastard, if you want to.
He's not a turtle.
What is he?
He's probably like
he's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
He's a fucking turtle. Bowser's a dinosaur.
Not a turtle.
Bowser's a dinosaur.
Bowser has a turtle shell.
He's
a snapping turtle.
He's a fucking dinosaur.
He's a stupid turtle.
Wario fucking wins. The only good thing about
Wario's a sneaky fucking Italian.
The only good thing about Bowser though is if you hit him, like if you ran your cart into his back, you automatically spin out. Like that's one good thing about him.
Whatever. Whatever.
Wario for the fucking win, baby. Purple and yellow, bitch.
Wario can suck my cock.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight? Wario or is it Waluigi? Waluigi. Who'd win in a fight?
Who the fuck's Waluigi?
He's the skinny guy. He's like a bad version.
He's purple, right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's the 480-pound woman and her husband.
Gosh.
Go down on me.
So if that's the case, then Waluigi would suffocate and die from eating out Wario.
Yeah.
Wario's butthole. He would swallow fecal matter.
So the controversy's over. Wario and Bowser take the fucking crown right there, buddy.
Stupid.
Still stupid, but is it though?
It is stupid.
It's stupid.
All right, everybody, let's close this bad boy out.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. We love you so much. We couldn't do the show without you. We appreciate you. We love you. Go rate and review the show if you got time. It'd really help us out. Go check out the merch. Go get you some shit.
Special thank you to good Betty that purchased merch this week.
Yes, thank you to our personal friend who ordered some merch. Shout out to Angel. You're awesome. She's been on the podcast before. Go check out the episode. She's a small business owner. Go check that shit out too. Yes, and just in time, we announced it before, but just in time, we do have those Christmas sweaters. I'm going to be ordering a Cummcast Christmas sweater.
Don't get your tinsel no tangle, order a sweater.
Boom. All right. Love the fuck out of you guys. We'll see you all next week. And remember, when life gets hard and life gets you down, you escape to Grand Rapids for a weekend. You drink a good beer, read a good book, hang out with some good people.
You eat shit and die.
Literally.
You have a safe word, and you milk that motherfucking pig.
Yeah, your safe word is milk that.
We out.